foul. That was absolutely ridiculous.
The Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Up on down. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series.
I don't know. It's tough. Tom's up there, man. Being tough.
Ladies and gentlemen, the factory for Boston.
Okay, alrighty. You see this shirt right here? You see this shirt? Yeah, it's the yellow Sox shirt. You see this shirt right here? See you later! Oh wow, I just got stuck on my ceiling. That's crazy. Wow, okay. But get the hell out of here. It is Celtics season! You know what that means when it's the Celtics season? That means the Red Sox season is over. And once again, the Red Sox did not make the playoffs. So you know what that means for this video here. We are reacting to the end of season press conference. This is going to include Alex Cora, Craig Breslow, and partial Red Sox owner Sam Kennedy. He is one of the owners of FSG. So it's a 40-minute video. Time to kick back, relax, and listen to the same exact bullshit that this owner staff says every single year. Because you know what's going to happen. You already know what's going to happen. They're going to say, oh, we didn't meet our expectations that we wanted at the end of the year. We are committed to do whatever it takes to get that winning feeling again. We are willing to approach free agency with full throttle, blah, blah, blah. It's the same spiel every single year. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking, but they don't do the walking. They don't do anything. Their actions speak louder than their own words. And I already know what's gonna happen, and I just need them to just shut the hell up. I'll be shocked if they don't say anything in terms of the offseason. They just need to shut the hell up, because if they give us a plan, this is going to backfire on them massively. But again, 40 minutes long. I'm going to try my best to not pause this as much. But you know me, if I hear something ridiculous, I am going to pause it. So it's time to kick back, relax, and enjoy the bullshit that Sam Kennedy is about to feed us. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoy these videos here. Subscribe now if you guys know what to do. Go check out our website. The link is in the description down below. And without further ado, it's time for the end of the season press conference.
Red Sox icons who are going to be moving on, and we're all incredibly grateful.
Congratulations to a Hall of Famer.
Contributions to our organization.
Absolute legend.
In Joe's case, over 4 decades, true Hall of Famer. And,
wow, I'm actually agreeing with you something in this video, Sam Kennedy. Wow, we're already at a great start.
We'll work hard to honor their legacy as we go forward. So thanks for that. And Billy, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Sure, it was a lot of bright spots in this season. A lot of good things happened, but obviously fell short of where we expect to be as an organization.
Really? Really?
It's out the season.
Dumbass.
You fell short again. Wow, we couldn't have predicted that, huh? Actually, you exceeded expectations in my terms. I said 72 wins. You got 81. But here's my thing, though. Would I rather be 72 wins and a higher chance at a draft pick? Or would I rather be 81, literally the definition of mid?
I think the building blocks are there to get back to where we belong. And that's exactly what we intend to do this offseason.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Wow. We're not even 2 minutes into the video, and here we go already. Oh my god. Here we go, guys. Be prepared, man. This is gonna be a long video, I feel like.
Where we expect to be as an organization. So I think the building blocks are there to get back to where we belong, and that's exactly what we intend to do this offseason.
Really? You said that the last 3 fucking years, man.
Yeah, so, this is the time of year where we reflect on, kind of where the organization is and where it's going. And I think as we think about where we are, the bottom line, as Sam just said, is, we didn't reach our goal. Our goal every year should be to continue.
Not your fault, Craig.
Title
They're giving you with nothing to work with. They don't give you the tools to be successful.
With that as the standard here, we fell short.
Not your fault.
There's no dancing around that. We need to be better. And that is not to say that there weren't things that should be reason for optimism, things that are really encouraging and exciting. We can point to the emergence of a number of position players that look to be cornerstones of the next great run here. We can look to the emergence of 3 homegrown starters who each made 30-plus starts and reached innings totals that they hadn't seen before. But at the end of the day, I think our fans have the expectation that we're going to compete for World Series championships. We share that expectation with them, and we fell short this year.
Your ownership doesn't.
Yeah, so I think there are a number of things that we've already started to do, behind the scenes in terms of building out, a front office that we believe is modern and positions us to make great decisions as it relates to
modern. Oh,
and player
great.
development, some shifts in
Insert the nerd introduction for this team.
Help build a pitching talent development pipeline that will feed our big league team. But I think the reality here, right, is that we shouldn't have to look behind the scenes to determine progress or success. That should be readily demonstrated by the product that we put on the field at Fenway every day. And so we need to improve our defense, right? We can point to a defense that was, kind of bottom of the league, especially our infield defense.
How are you even going to improve that? Is it going to be internally again, or are you actually going to get some players who are actually good at defense?
Left-handed heavy,
You guys said this same shit last year. I'm not saying you, Bressel. They're obviously telling you to say this shit.
Saw the effect of a guy like Tyler and 30-plus home runs, as a right-hand power hitter in the middle of the lineup. So I think the combination of, improving starting pitching depth, rebuilding the bullpen, we have some notable losses there, shoring up the defense and balancing out the lineup.
Yes, look, it's been a hallmark of this organization, 23 years, that we've been willing to invest into major league payroll and into all aspects of the baseball operation.
Really?
It's also been a hallmark.
It has been?
Talk publicly about what we plan to do with our payroll, not because we're trying to.
So why didn't you invest in a future Hall of Famer then?
Or the fans, we just don't like to talk publicly about our payroll plans because we.
You have though. What do you mean? You said last year Winter Weekend you guys were cutting payroll and raising tickets on these fans. What are you talking about, dude? We don't like to talk publicly about payroll plans. What? That's what you've been doing. The full throttle comment. We want to commit to this winning feeling and we're willing to do whatever it takes to do that. And you meant by spending. You meant by increasing payroll. And then you come to us last Winter Weekend and say, we're cutting. What are you talking about? Sam Kennedy. What the fuck are you talking about? You've done nothing but talk about payroll, about how your team stands and where you guys stand as an ownership right now. You've done nothing but talking and making it public. Yes, you have. Shut the hell up, man. Stop spewing the fans these stupid bullshit answers. We know you're lying, dude.
As a competitive advantage in the American League East, to not tip our hands to our.
Sorry, guys. Just letting you know, this is going to be an
That said,
Angry Jesse
I can
video.
assure you that the feeling is that our fans have been through a lot. They've been patient, and it's time to get back where we belong. We thought we had.
You said the
a
same
good
fucking
shot
thing.
at getting there this year, but it's time.
Oh, you did?
to get
Really?
back and go for that division title. Play baseball in the postseason. That's
Dude.
why we're here. That's literally why the three of us are here.
Shut
There's
your
nothing
ass
like
up.
October baseball, and that's our responsibility and our obligation to the best fans in baseball. We fell short of that this year, but we were going to work tirelessly to get us back where we belong in the American League East. That's our commitment to do everything we can. And talk.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, man! Holy shit! You said the same fucking bullshit last year, man. In the exact same words, too. You said the same thing last year. I don't want to hear none of this shit. Shut the fuck up and actually go out and fucking do it. We're done hearing the same bullshit year in and year out. Shut the fuck up and do it. You don't want all this heat from fans? Then go and do what you say you're supposed to do. You fucking arrogant piece of crap. Literally.
Go for that division title, play baseball in the postseason. That's why we're here. That's literally why the three of us are here. There's nothing like October baseball, and that's our responsibility and our obligation to the best fans in baseball. We fell short of that this year, but we were going to work tirelessly to get us back where we belong in the American League East. That's our commitment to do everything we can. And talk is cheap right now.
Dude,
Words are
shit.
hollow, but
Yeah, no
that's
shit
what
talk
we're
is
gonna-
cheap.
That's what we're going to work on this offseason.
Yeah, because you've been talking for 4 fucking years, man.
I don't know where the payroll is going to land. I know that we're going to.
So there you go, guys. There's your answer. The fact that he doesn't know, that means
you can't mess around and.
don't buy a
83,
word they're fucking
84,
saying.
85 wins.
Don't buy one
That's
single
not
word
where
of
we
this.
wanna be. You want to win the division, get in, be in a position.
Don't buy
where
one
you're
damn word of what
sitting
he's
in a
saying.
buy position and lining up who's going to be starting game 1 of the next series. That's where we want to be. So
About ticket prices? What a good
now,
fucking question.
Pete, are set throughout the course of
Yeah,
the
let's
year.
hear this, man.
And it's dynamic pricing. So ticket prices go up during the year, they go down. And
They
they
go
change
up
based
during the
upon
year?
demand.
You
So I
cut
can't
payroll
tell you
every
overall
single
where
year.
ticket
Your
prices
tickets
will
should be
be
going
for
down.
2025.
You guys are the most expensive
I can
ticket
tell you that
in all of
if you
baseball,
were in
but you're a
2023,
mid-level
2024,
payroll.
now that the 24
Make it
season
make
is
fucking
over,
sense.
On average, overall, the ticket price increase was 1.7% for this year, for 2024. I can't tell you where we're going to be for 2025.
You're gonna raise it again.
Until after the season, because prices change throughout the course of the year. We do, yes. We set certain levels for some portion of our tickets that are season tickets. Some categories there will stay flat. Some will go up. And we'll see where that average
There you go.
Number
You're welcome,
ends up.
guys.
But I can tell you as a season ticket holder,
He couldn't wait to say tickets were increasing.
off of what an individual game buyer purchases.
Yeah, so, the kind of evaluation process is ongoing. Alex and I are beginning those conversations, and we'll continue to have them. So nothing to announce right now outside of, we feel like in the same way that in the office or on the field, we need to do everything we possibly can to position ourselves to be the best team that we can. We'll do the same thing for our staff and announce anything when it is appropriate.
I'm curious, each of your seasons involved in making sure you meet challenges. This season even more unique. It felt like at the All-Star break, you were playoff contenders, and all of a sudden, let's start to participate. What have you learned as a coach and as a manager from this season as a coach?
What I learned in 2019, every season is different, right? You know, we were great in 18, we were okay in 19, 21 was awesome, right?
You skipped 2020, but okay.
Few years have been a struggle, right? And I learned a lot, you know, just dealing with a young roster.
Core, genuine question, why did you stay here?
Doesn't stop in AAA. We can do it here.
I wouldn't blame you one bit if you left town.
You know, from top to bottom, you know, we did an outstanding job helping these kids to be better, and you saw the results. Obviously, we fell short, right? But at the end, you start, you know, looking at it piece by piece, right? And there's a lot of success stories. Others not so great, but we learned from those ones, for that one, and we should be better in the offseason attacking those things.
Forgive me if you guys have addressed this before, but this past on Kendrick Jansen, ownership situation, do we know any of why he left the team, or is there any more that you guys?
Yeah, I talked about it yesterday. Yeah, well, I had a conversation with Kenley as soon as we were done. I told him, you know, if he was free to go, you know, go home, and it was a manager's decision.
Sam, when you look back, you know, like, do you feel like ownership did enough for this team on the field last year?
No.
What a
We're not
good.
there. That's on us. I mean, you can you know, phrase
What a
it
good
any way
question.
you want, but when you fall short of your expectations, you can always do more. And we feel that obligation and that responsibility each and every year. There was a feeling this year, particularly yesterday in the ballpark. It was like, you know, we don't want this to end. This has been in a lot of ways a season where.
Hey man, you still sold it out yesterday, last game of the season, man. Mission accomplished in your book. You guys got your money. Congratulations.
Within our ownership group, within the front office.
You didn't get one fucking dime from me this year.
We're not here to be
Shout out Ben.
press conferences on September 30th.
Go fuck
or
yourself,
October
guys.
1st. We're here to be talking about postseason play, and that's where we got to get back to. Look, I think our job is to walk the walk and do all the right things from a baseball perspective that positions.
And I
us
stepped
to be
on your field yesterday,
good
you
for the
stupid
long
ass.
term. We fell short, and so we'll have to let our actions speak louder than our words, and that's always true. That's always been true. Things have worked out pretty well here.
Why are you
we've had
smiling about
success on
that?
the field.
That's
We
nothing to
feel
joke
that
about,
burning
man.
Urgency.
Especially where you've been
to get
talking for the
back
last
to
3 years.
Postseason play. Yeah, I don't see it to be appropriate to talk about the Celtics today, other than to say congrats on another World Championship. But that's not on our radar right now.
Thank God. Stay the fuck away from them.
What?
Sí, me llamo Sam.
No, un año de altas y bajas, pero creo que estamos en una muy buena posición entrando a lo que es el off-season para trabajar de la manera correcta, para tener un producto de calidad en el terreno de juego. 81 juegos ganados no es suficiente, y no es suficiente para entrar a octubre, y aquí la meta no es entrar a octubre nada más, es ganar la división y obviamente ganar la Serie Mundial. Muchas historias buenas, como dije antes, muchas cosas positivas, de las negativas aprendemos, estamos destacando la temporada muerta de la manera correcta. Hay muchos planes ya corriendo, obviamente seguir el paso de los muchachos, seguir ayudándolos y estar listo para cuando lleguemos en febrero o March, darle ese paso adelante y ganar la división.
Good question. He's talking about an ace or whatever. Good question.
Yeah, I think we are very open to improving our rotation and our bullpen through a number of paths. We intend
Go
to
get
bring
Corbin Burns.
all of those to act
Go
decisively
get
when
Blake
opportunities
Snell.
present, when opportunities
Go
present
get
themselves.
somebody like
I
that.
think we would benefit from both. I'm sure at some point there will be a question about potentially the reasons for struggles in the second half, and I do think overall organizational depth is something that we can point to as an area that needs to be strengthened, so that in the second half, as inevitably guys get hurt or performance regresses, we have capable players who can step in and make that transition seamlessly. And at the same time, everyone, every team in baseball is well served by having someone at the front of the rotation that can win a game when the team needs it.
I wonder what
win a
Corbin said to
playoff
this
game.
video.
I think.
I think he did
we
one.
saw a number of guys
I'm
in
not
rotation this
mistaken.
year
I
take
haven't
a step
watched it
forward.
yet,
I don't
but
want to
can't wait to watch it.
devalue the job that guys like Tanner and Brian and Cutter and others did. But at the same time, we need to get better, and we need to be open to any opportunity to do that. I think at this point, everything has to be on the table.
Damn.
I think to position ourselves otherwise,
even
Devers, eliminate a possibility. Now, the reality is, oftentimes values don't match up where it makes sense to, trade someone that we believe is going to be a superstar here for a really long time. But I think to approach a conversation and take people off the table just doesn't make sense given our need to improve the product on the field.
Damn.
You said something that was interesting to me. You said yesterday it felt like you didn't want that. And for my generation of Red Sox fans, being brought up through 04, 7, 13, it did kind of feel like this was the closing of this chapter. From the people around me, I guess the question that we have in our generation is, how do you develop the next generation of Red Sox fans? How do you give them something to believe in as a hope in when they haven't seen it?
Good question. So,
it's a great
how do you build the
question.
next
One of
great
most
Red Sox
important things
team?
we do is provide accessibility to Fenway Park for young people. Provide accessibility to Fenway Park for young people.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Probably everybody in this room.
Can I just say that of all the idiots, in all the idiot villages, in all the idiot worlds, you stand alone, my friend.
What the fuck does Fenway Park have to do with that fucking answer? Are you drunk, Sam Kennedy, or something? He didn't ask you shit about the fucking ballpark. He asked you, literally, about the on-field product. How are you gonna make this team the next great Red Sox team? And what message do you have for these fans going forward? And you start talking about the fucking ballpark. He's fucking cooked. Whatever he's smoking or drinking, whatever, I want some of that shit. Man starts talking about Fenway Park on a on-field product question. What is this guy smoking?
From the people around me, I guess the question that we have in our generation is, how do you develop the next generation of Red Sox?
How do you develop the next generation of Red Sox greats? Yeah, about the on-field product. And this is his answer.
It's a great question. One of the most important things we do is provide accessibility to Fenway Park for young people. Probably everybody in this room fell in love with baseball because of our ability to either go to a major league park or a minor league park. So accessibility to Fenway Park is massive.
What a fucking moron!
Each and every day. And then you get to come in and you experience the magic of this place, and you also experience.
What? He's talking about the magic of the ball. What kind of a fucking answer is this? This is the most embarrassing answer I've ever fucking heard him say to a question about the on-field product. It had nothing to do about the ballpark, the question. It had all to do with the on-field product and how you guys haven't been great the last 3 years. What do you do to build the next Red Sox greats for this franchise? And your answer's the ballpark. Holy shit. That says it all right there where their mind's at.
From the people around me, I guess the question that we have in our generation is how do you develop the next generation of Red Sox?
How do you develop the next generation of Red Sox greats? Has all to do with about the on-field product.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the
Great
ballpark.
question.
And this is his answer.
Do is provide accessibility to Fenway Park for young
There's your
people.
guy's answer right there.
Everybody in this room fell in love with baseball.
That's how you can catch him bullshitting.
You go to a major league park or a minor league park. So
He
accessibility
completely
at Fenway
dodged the
Park,
question
is
about building the next Red Sox
massively
greats
important. We think about it each and every day. And then you get to come in
and building in the next winning
experience
team,
the magic of
and he starts
this
talking
place,
about
and
putting
also
money into the
experience,
ballpark.
the-
There you go.
the core
There you go, right there.
that we have players like Jaron Duran and Willie Abreu and seeing Trevor Story come back and Rafi night in and night out. The building blocks of that next great Red Sox team we hope are there and in place. And we also, I would tell that next generation that we have the right group in leadership in our baseball operation. We've got Brez and AC committed here for the long term, and that's a really good thing for Red Sox fans.
And even when you were spending more freely and getting better results on the field, John made it quite well known that he did not, with few exceptions, believe in investing in free and starting pitchers in their 30s because of the risk involved. Given that and the fact that most free
What a
agents
great
are
question.
30 or close to it, is it more likely that Craig's directive is to address that need for an ace through a trade?
I think it's more likely that every avenue will be explored, and this
Okay.
ownership group has
Sure.
taken a lot of heat, probably deservedly so, because
Probably deserved? No, it 1000% is deserved.
I can tell you this.
What do you mean probably deserved?
Urgency
It is deserved.
to explore every avenue, as Brett said, to improve and build upon this team to get back into the postseason.
If I can just jump in, given I've now been here for close to a year, I would say at no point did I get a directive from ownership about a baseball operation decision. I feel like as the chief baseball officer,
Cut the crap.
ultimately I am accountable for
Craig,
baseball decisions.
We know you did.
And so
It's
if
okay.
we feel like
You don't have to
there's an
protect them. I
opportunity
know they're
to
telling you to
proceed,
say this.
via a certain pathway. I feel very confident that not only will we have the resources, but also the endorsement from ownership.
Dude, you should not be apologizing, man. This is not your fault.
Outside of Story, there's the personnel issue. How do you feel like you can address, not having the worst defense in baseball?
You had one. You had two, actually.
So I think I think we have to look at all aspects of development and include personnel. Right, there are certain limitations to players that are difficult to work around, but at the same time, I think we've seen
If you guys didn't have
ability
Cora,
to be creative and to try to find the right opportunities.
you
and
wouldn't
the right
you
matchups
wouldn't
to
have
allow
even
players to be
sniffed 80
successful,
wins.
including defensive replacements and moving infielders into the outfield, outfielders into the infield, and I do think you had mentioned it, but when we lose our best defender for a majority of the season, that's a difficult obstacle to overcome. But there's no question that we can get better and we need to get better. And
Who?
another place that will
Talking about
be fun
Story?
to talk about are the training environments that we create every day. We have not had those conversations. Those conversations, if they were to occur, will definitely happen internally, before I discuss them here. But like I said, where our heads are right now, are focused on the off season and every possible opportunity to improve the team.
PR answers.
Work to be done on the roster this winter. But as you sit here today, would you anticipate that any of the so-called Big Four can go in and win opening day roster spots in the spring training?
The prospects?
You know, it's a difficult question to answer on September 30th. We are very excited by the seasons that those four and many others have had. I think we can add some.
If I had to
really
guess,
exciting
Kyle
players
Teal's going to be
that
up.
Group, whether we talk about
I don't know about Marcelo Mayer or Roman Anthony or.
And I think that's a credit to a
Christian
PE
Campbell,
that
but
is, in my opinion, best in class. I don't think it's coincidence.
I would say
that
at least
year
at
after
bare
year
minimum,
you have,
Kyle Teal's going to be
position
up here.
players like the ones that we're talking about emerging now. As it relates to their ability to contribute at the big league level, our hope is that they're ready to step in, early next year. But at the same time, if not, and if it's because we feel like we've got alternatives that give us a better chance of winning, that's a great place to be as well, right? I think we'll have tough decisions as it relates to the roster, and hopefully those get even tougher every February or March as we think about taking the best 26 guys north that we can. Yeah, there's a difficult balance to strike here, always having one eye on the short term, one eye on the long term. However, my hope is that the message that we are providing today is pretty unified and pretty clear that it's time to deliver the team that is capable of winning the AL East, of making a deep playoff run.
It's been time. It's been time since 2021.
On the team to help us do that, then we have to be prepared for that. And if it means that we have to be aggressive in bringing players in who aren't currently with the organization to complement those who are, we have to be open to doing that as well.
What was his question? Did he ask, did the goalposts move in terms of a successful season? Is that what he said?
I like this one.
Oh my god, what a great fucking question. What a great question. Whoever asked that, that's a standing ovation right there, man. Did the goalpost move what a successful season is for the Red Sox? What a great fucking question. Let's hear it. What's your answer to that one, Sam? Easy. It should be yeah.
No, they haven't. Playing baseball in October.
Got him. We fucking got him.
He had no words. No words on that one. Whoever asked that great fucking question.
No, Moss will have an appointment later this week. Nothing to report right now. But those guys who have had surgeries, recovering from surgeries, their timelines are very much within expectations of what was said.
Did the goalpost move what a successful season is? What a great fucking question. And he literally didn't have an answer. He went, no.
I mean, we've been talking to the players,
it didn't. No.
We've been talking about physicality,
No.
right?
And he said it under his breath too. He did not have an answer for that.
Just felt like, September has been a challenge for us the last few years.
What a great question.
Physical, mental, or
wow.
whatever, we'll take a look at it. But
give that reporter a raise.
It's loud and clear, you see Jarren Duran playing 160 games, he's very physical, and we need to do that. Rafaela, he played.
Shout out to Jarren Duran. He had a hell of a season.
We want him to eat and then get stronger.
Went from one of the most hated Sox players in the clubhouse to one of the most favorite players in the clubhouse in a matter of 2 seasons. That's awesome.
I think the correct thing to do is to give him some rest, and I think he finished strong. But just him doing what he did, it showed the whole clubhouse and obviously the kids in the minor leagues that it's possible, but you got to attack the offseason the right way. And, that's what we're talking about. Plans, all that stuff, it's going to be November, your swings and pitch shapes and all that. But in the beginning, attack the gym the right way, get stronger, get faster, get moving, and I think that's going to help us.
Get better defense.
Yeah, I mean, take a look around the league, right? And the best bullpens, they got horses out there. They're freaking big and strong, and they sustain the season. You look at Cleveland, right? All those guys, they have 60-something appearances, and they were really, really good.
Apparently, I heard
You look at them,
from somebody that John Henry wasn't even in attendance for Joe Castiglione's last game yesterday.
And he had a great season. Same thing with Zach
What a
Kelly,
fucking
right?
tool
Stuff is
bag.
great. How are we going to be consistent 3 times a week instead of being consistent?
That's
2,
absolutely
right? And then you
disrespectful.
struggle. So that's the message, and I think this season we saw it after LA. We struggled.
Where is Henry?
That's one of the things that we talk about it.
Where is Henry?
The guys execute the plan in the off season, and they're ready to go next year.
Sure. So I think we're in a significantly better place than we were, at the time that I took over here. There's an increased emphasis.
I don't know, man. What did you guys finish
pitching
last year?
development.
76
I think
wins? 77?
Justin Lawler
No.
did a great job. I think
It was
Andy Daly did a
77, I
great job.
believe.
I think
77 or
our
78
minor league
wins.
staff has done
You ain't
a
that
really
much
good job,
better. You only
especially
3
working
games
with
better.
strength and conditioning, working with our medical staff to ensure that we're building bigger.
Ain't that big of a leap.
We're going to see in the next few days that.
And honestly, you're lucky you even had that much of a leap.
Definitely bullpens in the postseason. They've got swing and miss stuff, and so just really pushing the development of fastball velocity, of quality shapes, the ability to generate swings and misses in the strike zone. We can point to some guys who have come up, throughout this season and impacted our club in a really positive way, whether that's Guerrero or Fitz or Priest or Slayton, this guy who wasn't with the organization last year at this time, and say, I think we're on the right track, but we've got plenty of work to do.
Following up on that, maybe you mentioned early on, unfortunately changed yesterday infrastructure philosophy in pitching. This sort of built on what you already started. Are you seeing things that maybe you need to adapt a little bit?
Yeah, no, I think it's continuing to build momentum toward this idea of, in the minor leagues, we need to build out stuff. We need to get guys who can dominate games, and 1 year into this, I think we're in a better place. But like I said, it's a fairly long road. But I think even thinking back to the draft this last July and 14 pitchers drafted, to give our development system some raw
You
ingredients
realize
to work with.
none of them are top prospects, by
And-
the way,
and
right?
I think
You realize that.
Andrew and Walk and Devin, the rest of the pitching
You
group,
know
they
that,
deserve
right?
a ton of credit. The starting rotation this year, by ERA was a top 10 rotation, right? And it was largely the same guys as last year. But we need to make sure that there's this steady influx of talent, so that as Pavetta or
I dare you,
Bello
run the
end
same
up on the IL,
rotation
we feel
next
very
year,
comfortable with
you're
guys
not going to be
in
top 10
AAA
again.
and their ability to step in, to the point that they have made compelling cases that they maybe should already be in the big leagues.
A few of the teams have been very good at building zero and stuff in the minors, have had a lot of guys go down. How can you approach you guys talking about?
Yeah, so unfortunately injuries have become a part of pitching development, and I think development doesn't come without risk. We have to be honest about that. We have to present those risks to our players, and I think there are.
Why are they just
a
constantly
number of
talking about
avenues
development?
to explore that. We
If you're gonna talk,
hired a new
hey
plan
Sam, if you're gonna talk about so much
guys
that you're
as a
willing to do whatever it takes,
injury
talk about your fucking
rehabilitation.
plan then.
I think getting the strength and conditioning group, medical group, and pitching group together and
Actually, I don't even
align
wanna
on
hear
what
it.
we're
Just
trying
do
to
it.
accomplish is a really good step toward that. But ultimately, the team that figures out how to prevent injuries is going to lap the rest of the field. I'm not sure that that's going to happen.
How about you just don't sign injury-prone players then, and we just call it a day?
Have to ensure that we
There you go. There's the problem
that we're
solved.
honest about the risks, and players are.
Like I said, Corbin Burns, Blake Snell, they're gonna be on the market this year. Go get them. Oh, damn,
Also,
wow.
you know,
Somebody
time,
did ask him
but,
why is he still
obviously,
staying here.
my contract was
What a
up.
great question.
Out of respect
I'm
for
shocked.
the
I didn't think they would
organization,
ask
right?
him.
I didn't want to talk about it, right?
The reporters,
And
the last
we
2
decided to
years
talk
have been
about
on
you
it.
know, It gained momentum in a week, and you know, like I said, and they know it. The #1 team in my life. You know, we wanted to be here. We love it here. And,
That's loyalty.
You know, we took care of my
Fortunately,
team,
the ownership doesn't have
and,
that.
Of course, you know, the promise.
Seems
of
like
winning,
that with you at least,
you
so
know,
that's a
pushed
good
me,
thing,
you
I
know,
guess.
I think that's the most important thing. I do believe we're in a good place. I knew we were in a good place when the season started. I'm not gonna show my hand, right? I mean, it's a business too, kid. But I think where we going is gonna be fun. And I've been saying it along the last 2 weeks. You know, the people that are here most of the time. I truly believe this is the last struggle. To be honest with you, I think this is
Okay.
it. You know, and there were some positives.
I love you, Cora,
there
but
were
I don't know about that,
negatives,
man.
But I think where we're going as an organization.
As
it's gonna
long
be
as
fun.
FSG
It's
is
gonna
your
be fun.
owner.
And it starts this off season.
Or the owner
and,
of your team.
We're gonna work so hard. We're gonna work very
That ain't
hard
happening,
together.
man. I'm sorry.
To shoot for it's a division. We're not talking about playoffs. You know, like let's.
And you
let's,
deserve better,
listen,
Cora. Seriously, you
the
deserve
wild
better
card,
than
yeah,
this.
it's great. Yeah, it's part of the tournament. But now we're shooting for the division, and I think we're gonna be capable of starting next year.
Do you feel like, compared to a year ago, that you are in a much better position to make these investments that you're talking about?
I do. You know, I can remember back at my introductory press conference talking about achieving this standard of quality and consistency that would enable us to vie for World Series championships year over year. And, you know, we asked our fans to sacrifice a lot, to be patient as we built the foundation that would enable us to reach those goals. I think we're here. I think we're ready to deliver. You know, I think we feel really optimistic
say it, but they said it last year,
the
too.
position player group that we have currently in the
I'm
big
not
leagues,
buying
about the
shit
steps
from what you
forward
guys are
from
saying.
the rotation. You know, I think there's absolutely work to do.
La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Same song and dance every fucking year. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo. La-la-la-la-la.
A lot of the work that had been done in the minor leagues was done with an eye on ensuring that this isn't just kind of a 1 or 2 year flash in the pan type thing, but this is an opportunity to you know, to be at the top of the division, at the top of the league for multiple years here.
Now, a month before you just what we're doing, is hiring as GM going to be at the top of the to-do list in the next few weeks?
It's hard to say top of the list. It's certainly something that I'll shift some attention to. I've got a better
Joe Mazzulla had one of the
understanding
best
of,
quotes
you know, our front office
in his
landscape of my
preseason
needs and
press
experiences
conference
and also
with NBC
inexperiences
Sports
and
Boston.
blind spots.
He goes, I think sometimes not having
you
a
know,
message is a
at
message.
the same time, we've all
You guys really
been quite
should
busy
have took
with
that
the
approach.
season in front of us and wanted to make sure that we gave that our due attention. So wouldn't want to put a timeline on it, but it's something that I anticipate picking up soon.
Seriously, you guys should have went that route.
I hope and I'm confident that I will find the absolute right person to help us accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. I think beyond that, trying to put a deadline on it is really difficult, and wouldn't want to back myself or the organization into a corner doing so. Yeah. In the same way that we talk about the best way to kind of build the most complete roster would be to be open to every path and every possibility. I think the same is true for how we staff out our office. Yeah, so I tried to meet with as many players as I possibly could, and specifically targeting some of our impending free agents. We saw what Tyler was capable of doing when he was on the field.
You better fucking sign him.
To Tyler, to our coaching staff, to our medical staff, that he was able to be on the field for.
You better
as
give
much
him
as
an
he was
extension
this year, whether it's Tyler or someone else. Replacing that type of production in the middle of the lineup is going to be a priority, and we'll obviously have to see how this process plays out. But I anticipate that we'll be in communication. He's earned the right to get to free agency, but
Yep. He's out of here!
Top 30 and change the game with one.
There it is! He's gone! So in other words, so Craig Breslow just confirmed right there, you just heard it in his voice right there. He's earned the right to hit free agency. He's out of there. Goodbye, Tyler O'Neill. He's gone. Yep. There you go. All you have to do is just listen to that answer. He's out of here.
We'll obviously have to see how this process plays out, but I anticipate that we'll be in communication. He's earned the right to get to free agency, but
he's earned the right to get to free agency.
And specifically targeting some of our impending free agents. We saw what Tyler was capable of doing when he was on the field. And definitely a credit to Tyler, to our coaching staff, to our medical staff, that he was able to be on the field for as much as he was this year, whether it's Tyler or someone else.
Whether it's Tyler or someone else.
In the middle of the lineup is going to be
We're gonna have to replace that production in the middle of the lineup.
We'll obviously have to see how this process plays out, but I anticipate that we'll be in communication.
I'll back it up.
Whether it's Tyler or someone else, replacing that type of production in the middle of the lineup is going to be a priority, and we'll obviously have
oh my God!
I anticipate that
they're
we'll
fucking
be in
fried.
communication. He's earned the right to get to free agency, but I think
they are fucking fried.
The right-handed power
He's
hitter
gone.
that can pop 30 and change
He's
the game
gone.
with one swing is definitely a pretty desirable asset.
Watch him go to the Dodgers. Or the Yankees. I will bust out laughing if he goes to the Yankees.
Well, I think we can point to a couple of instances, whether that's Trevor getting hurt, Vaughn getting hurt, and then at the same time there were.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm
a number
almost
of
done
left-handed
with this
hitters
video
that
here.
Emerged as guys that we wanted in the lineup every day, and I think we want to run out the best lineup we possibly can, and Alex and I talk all the time about how we avoid being susceptible to left-handed pitching or left-handed relievers, and doing so means balancing it out. But if Trevor and Vaughn had the seasons that we believe that they're capable of having, then the lineup probably does look a little bit different. That said, it doesn't change the fact that our lineup is predominantly left-handed, and a number of the players in the upper levels of the minor leagues that we think will be impacting the team at some point here in the future are also left-handed. Yeah, obviously this was a tough year for Vaughn on the field. He will be the first to acknowledge that. I also think it was a pretty.
I just want to remind you, Craig Breslow, you traded the Cy Young winner of the National League for Vaughn Grissom.
We identified.
I just want to remind you that
targeted work that he really embraced. And
probably wasn't your call, probably ownership's call, but I just wanted to let you know
moved
that.
The ball forward, and then we saw.
You literally had an ace, and you traded him.
The player that I think he's capable of being now. He knows that it's going to be performance on the field that dictates who gets
good job
second base, and that's a fine spot to be.
Yeah, it's probably true that Sale needed a new scenery or whatever, but like,
Your preference was to have.
we all know the type of pitcher he can be when healthy. Just letting you know that. Just letting you know what you traded.
In there, he was the DH almost every day. If he's back and healthy, do you envision that same scenario again, or do you want to get back?
Nah, Masa's got to be gone.
Mixing guys, and does a healthy
Masa's got to go.
have a role in the outfield?
Yeah, I mean, without kind of speaking too far into the future here, I think we have to figure out how the roster comes together. I don't think it makes sense to be constrained by anything at this point. And
that's basically what
being
that meant.
able to get out there. And,
That's basically what that answer means. Yep.
Play in the outfield. This gives Alex more flexibility. But obviously we'll kind of see where the health is, and we'll figure out the best way for him to impact our team.
What? Sam, why don't you want to answer that, Sam?
Players who have a chance to thrive here in this market, and
why don't you want to answer that, Sam? That's a question for you, I feel like.
A bulk of their careers, for the entirety of their careers, should be, part of the strategy of building a consistent winner. So, I think we'll continue to explore those opportunities. By all accounts, guys, will be healthy. We don't see anything that anyone is going through right now is having longer-term implications. I know Braden is swinging at this point. Marcelo's feeling good. Some unfortunate
Oh my God!
injuries,
Thank God this video
of
is about
course.
to be over.
But shouldn't have
Getting
any
a headache
type
from
of
this
long-term
BS that they're
consequences on
spitting
the
at
types
us.
of careers that we believe they can have.
Alex and Fred, where do you guys feel the leadership among players is at in the locker room? You have this amazing young core coming up. Do you feel like you have the voices?
It's gotta be
in
Core's
that
question.
next year to make sure that everybody's on the same page?
I do believe so. I think with Jaren and Rafi, of course, leading the way with the position players. Pitching wise, those 30 starts that those three guys have now under the belt, it gives them a voice in that clubhouse, and I think we're in a good place.
Speak up, lady.
Well, I felt that we had a lot of 2004 celebrations, actually. In fact, I heard some noise that maybe we were overdoing it and living in the past. So I guess it's in the eye of the beholder. Look, what makes the Red Sox so great is that history and tradition. There is a Netflix show coming out shortly around the 2003-2004 season that will give everyone a lot of visibility and
Yeah, the good old
memories
days
from an amazing era.
That was the good.
But
That was the
one of
good
things that
times. That's when you guys actually
we've
knew how to
committed
construct a team.
Is we're going to continue to look forward. We're hungry for more championships.
No, you're
and,
not.
We've all been around here a long time now, and it's time for that feeling, that vibe to come back to this clubhouse.
You said the same fucking
and
thing
so
last
focus
year.
on the
Then
future,
fucking
not
do
what's
it.
been in the past.
Do it or shut the fuck up.
Yes, the team's decision, and we're looking forward to having those discussions. Obviously, Will Fleming has done a great job. We've already begun those discussions with him and others. Look, if we do the right things in our baseball operations efforts each and every day, the rest will take care of itself. I really believe that. You see, we had an amazing crowd over the weekend. It's just indicative of the best fans in all of baseball.
Yeah.
They
You guys
support
packed
us
that
through
house that
thick
whole
and
year.
thin.
That was your end goal.
And you mentioned it. We haven't had a deep postseason run since 2021. Haven't won the ultimate prize since 2018. So we're hungry and
You know what's sad though?
focused,
Here's
and
my
if
thing.
we do the right things from a baseball ops perspective, we're going to get where we need to go. And in terms of everything else, it all takes care of itself.
The sad thing is the next baseball dynasty was here.
We're good.
It was set up, ready to go. We had a Hall of Fame talent, one of the greatest players in this generation on this team here. He was on this team. And they just traded him away for basically nothing. Because they wanted to dump David Price's salary, cut payroll for some odd reason. So they gave away one of the most talented players in franchise history. Didn't want to pay him. Then, after the 2021 season, you made one of your better trades in a long time in Kyle Schwarber. Didn't want to pay him. You paid Trevor Story, who nobody didn't want to touch because everybody was questioning his arm, his injury history over the past year or whatever there. Then all of a sudden he turns into glass. And then after the 2022 season, you let the greatest shortstop in Red Sox history go. You let the warrior in Nate Eovaldi go. JD, I could kind of get that one. It looked like he was going downhill. I can understand that, but you basically did nothing that offseason. And you haven't done anything in the last 2 off seasons. Arguably 3. I know Heimblum said we weren't going anywhere with that roster. What are you talking about? If you have the greatest, one of the greatest talents in Red Sox history, you got to build around that player. You give that guy a blank check and say you write the number. A future Hall of Famer might go down as one of the greatest players in baseball history. You give him a blank check. Babe Ruth all over again. But it's now the Mookie Betts curse. That's going to do it. It's been a long video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go to the website. Links in the description down below. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Jesse. And we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.